I think I am live. Let me have a wee look. Stream strength, going well, receiving your content. It looks like I'm live. Well, I think welcome to another live episode of Ask Shaun. And I want to start off by saying, first of all, thank you so much for everything. It's so amazing that I have reached 10,000 subscribers and I owe that all to you guys. So I really, really appreciate that. This is awesome. We are live. We've got people connected. Say hello. Yes, I was in Glasgow today, so you probably did see me. You should have came and say hi, man. I would have stopped for a wee chat because I was bored. The wife was at the shops. I was in Glasgow, kind of taking photos and stuff. So yeah, I was in Glasgow today, SC04. Yeah, but this is the party. I am here to say thanks so much. Like 10,000 subscribers, that means the world to me. Like I never ever imagined when I started off with this channel that I would be on that amount of subscribers. Never imagined. Like I started the channel just for fun, like for my family and stuff. So to kind of hit 10,000 is pretty amazing. And it's been quite a year. Like I've done a lot of traveling, I've done a lot of work into the channel, and it kind of feels like it's starting to pay off, which is really really cool. I mean, it has been a lot of hard work. I will say that it's been a lot of hard work, and yeah, it's really really cool to kind of it's really cool to kind of get going with it and get some momentum because yeah, I love doing it. It's just so cool. And as I say, thank you so much for all you guys who have subscribed, all the new people here, all the people who have been here for a while, like everyone. It's awesome. Um, so I've got a lot of plans this week. I've got quite a lot of videos that I've already shot, and they're going to be going live throughout the week. I did another Grand Tour of Scotland episode, which was amazing. But the thing is, I did that today, and I drove like really, really far. So I'm pretty tired. You probably see under my eyes like black balls under my eyes. It's just because I'm tired. Like I drove like 5 hours today. So yeah, pretty tired, but it's worth it. It is really, really worth it. Yeah, but I'm here anyway. Every week I'm going to be answering questions live. So basically, this is your chance, your opportunity to take over my channel and ask anything you want. I think in future there will be themes to these question and answers, but right at this moment, no, it's just gonna be whatever you fancy asking me. I will definitely answer everything. Uh, I'll give you a couple of insights into the videos that I've been doing this week. So first of all, I did a rant. I did a really big rant, which is going to come out in the next few days, and it's about university and why I don't think it's always the right option. Like I never went to university, and I know a lot of people are under pressure. A lot of young people are under pressure to say whether they're going to go to university here or not. And this rant was basically me saying, no, you don't need to go to university. It's not necessary. Like just work hard, do the right things, and you'll be all right, regardless of whether or not. Yeah, you'll be fine. I'm kind of against university. I'm not a big university fan, so that's the first video that's going to come out. Plus a bit of travel attached to that video because I went to somewhere quite cool. And if you'll excuse me, I have got a glass of fresh lemon juice that my mum just made me. Need to keep the lips wet as we go. Right. So the second video I'm doing after the rant one, the second one is a Grand Tour of Scotland episode, which we travel to the west coast of Scotland. I'm not going to tell you more details of that at the moment, but you'll find out later in the week. Basically, we went a bit of a drive and went around the country, and it was pretty awesome. You will see that later on. And what was the third video? I did another video as well, but I can't remember exactly what it was. There's so much going on the last few days, like a lot of traveling, a lot of video making. So yeah, it's been crazy. And especially like with Christmas, like just around the corner. Oh yeah, as well, another video we made, we were around Edinburgh watching the Christmas lights and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it has been full on. So yeah, somebody has said in the comments they saw me today in in Glasgow. Yeah, I was in Glasgow today. Yeah, so yeah, you did see me there. That's pretty awesome. Really cool. You should have come and said hi. I would have spoke to you for a while. I was in Glasgow. Yeah, you saw me get a milkshake. I was getting a milkshake. Yeah, SC04. That is awesome. So really cool that you saw me there today. But unfortunately, I didn't know. So you should come and say hi. If you see me in the street, come say hi, and we can talk about I don't know, YouTube or whatever you want. But yeah, ask away. Any questions you want to know about so my life here in Scotland, Brazil, about anything, about YouTube, let's do it. Let's talk. So we've got a couple of comments coming in right away. First of all, I would like to say as well, if you want any shout outs, if anybody is going to be commenting down below, I will give you guys shout outs as well as we go. First of all, a guy called Jack Cuthill is in the comments down below. Go and check him out. He is a vlogger from here in Edinburgh. So yeah, thank you very much for the congratulations. I really appreciate that, Jack. I really appreciate all the comments. You guys are all saying well done on the 10,000. I really appreciate that. It's so awesome. And obviously, like, it's down to you guys that happened. So I need to say thanks to you. That's why it's happened, because you guys watch and comment and share my videos and all that kind of stuff. Something cool for you guys this week, for you guys from Brazil. I'm going to ramp up the Brazil video production. I've got a couple of videos this week about Brazil, about Portuguese as well. Me speaking Portuguese, maybe. I'm not going to give too much away at this point in time, but basically, yeah, I'm going to be doing more videos about Brazil this week. So yeah, so what I want to do with my channel, I want to keep the vlogging going. The vlogging is like the mainstay, the vlogs that I do, travel, wherever I am in the world at the time. That is like what I love to do, but I also want to do other things as well. Like, so I want to make content every day. Brazil is obviously like a really big part of that. So I'm going to do lots of Brazil content this week. Hopefully tomorrow you'll see the first of those videos coming right up. I want to give a shout out to Artur in the comments. Hello, I love your videos. Thank you very much, Artur. Really appreciate that. Any comments at all, send them down. I will answer them. Felipe asks, when you were in Brazil, were you in Vitoria? There's so many Vitorias around the world, around Brazil. Vitoria, Espírito Santo. Yes, I was in Vitoria, Espírito Santo. That is my home in Brazil. Vitoria. I have an apartment in Jardim da Penha. So yeah, I live in Vitoria when I'm in Brazil, and Espírito Santo, not in any of the other Vitorias. I think there's a Vitoria in Bahia as well. Is that right? What other Vitorias are there in Brazil? I only know Vitoria Espírito Santo because that's where I spend all my time. But let me know. I think there's one in Bahia and one somewhere else. But I don't really know. Yeah, Marlon says, I'm missing Guaraná to get the party going. Yeah, you're right, man. I'm missing some Guaraná. SC04, did I vlog in Glasgow today? Yes, I did. I was vlogging a little bit in Glasgow today, but it wasn't the main focus of the videos that I was doing. It was just a small part of it. But you will see some stuff from Glasgow because yeah, I was there today, and I saw, when I was there in the street in Glasgow, I saw a band called Clanadonia. Clanadonia is a Scottish band that like bang drums, and they play the bagpipes and all that kind of stuff. So I did a bit of filming of those guys in the street. That was pretty awesome. But yeah. Tammy says, hello from Curitiba. Hello, Curitiba. I love Curitiba. I go to Curitiba a lot. A lot. Curitiba is a nice place. I've been probably 3 or 4 times to Curitiba. I've been in the summer. I've been in the winter. And can you believe this? We actually drove. We drove in the car from Vitoria, Espírito Santo, all the way to Curitiba. And then back again. Obviously, we stopped on the way. We stopped in like Sao Paulo. We stopped in a couple of other places that I can't remember. Somewhere in Rio State as well. Lucas says, please come to Recife. I would love to come to Recife in Brazil, but I've never been yet. But I do want to come. Recife must be amazing. More people saying congrats on the 10K. Thank you so much. JLBMX, thank you so much. Joelma asked me if I'm going to do a road trip through Brazil. Yeah, I would love to do a road trip vlogging series around Brazil. I just need time for that because, like, obviously, You guys from Brazil know Brazil is massive and it's pretty difficult to kind of drive throughout the whole country. But yeah, it's something you need to organize really, really well. Uh, Scotland. As for doing a road trip in Scotland, I'm already doing that. There's a series on my channel right now called The Grand Tour of Scotland, and that is basically me in the car going for a drive around different parts in Scotland, and you guys control that. So if you leave comments in that series, you'll find the playlist on my channel. If you leave comments on that playlist, I will literally go anywhere where you guys told me. And I've just been to somewhere today that, based on a comment in the video, I'm going to keep it a surprise because the video will be out this week. But basically, that is it for that series. Is basically you guys telling me where you want me to go and me going around Scotland. There's so many cool little places here in Scotland. Some are cool, some are beautiful, some are ugly and boring, to be honest. But that's what discovery, that's what adventure is all about, right? You have to go and find out if things are good, if things are bad, all that kind of stuff. Samuel Pereira asked me, is it true Scottish people are the most alcohol resistant people in the world? Well, Samuel, I would say that some Scottish people definitely are. Me, no. I'm not the most alcohol resistant. In fact, I'm probably one of the weakest people with alcohol in the whole world. Like, just ask any of my friends. Just ask my friends. Ask my friends in Brazil. They'll tell you. Or here in Scotland. I'm not a typical Scotsman. I am pretty bad at drinking, Samuel. But I do like drinking. Don't worry about that. Gogs asked me, found the Christmas lights in Edinburgh. Yeah, man. I've been out. I've been doing the Christmas lights in Edinburgh. I've been taking a lot of photos because Edinburgh is pretty good looking at this time of year. Edinburgh, the city, does a real big effort into making the city look really nice. And actually, I just got invited by the organisers of Hogmanay, which is the New Year's Eve party, to kind of go there and do the party. So yeah, I'm going to film some vlogs over New Year at the party. And Edinburgh's street party at New Year is like one of the biggest in the world. It's really awesome. Somebody asked, one of my regular followers asked me if I was getting a milkshake in the UK in the winter. Yeah, we have milkshakes in the winter as well. It's kind of like a thing we do when you go to the shopping mall. So obviously inside the shopping mall, it's quite warm. So like you can get away with drinking ice cream or milkshake, stuff like that. So it's pretty good. I really love strawberry milkshake. Mateos asked me, what do I study? I've never really done any formal studies, to be honest. I left school when I was really young. I left school when I was like 16 years old, and I started working. And it depends on your definition of study. Like, I think I've studied most of my life in whatever it is I've been working on. So, for example, right now I'm really passionate on social media and that kind of stuff. So I dedicate a lot of time to researching on my own time social media. Like, so filming of these vlogs and actually presenting them is actually quite a small part of what it is to put a YouTube channel together, and that's something I've learned this year. So I've been vlogging for the last 2 years, but I've only really learned about the process of videos and that kind of stuff probably in the last 6 months, because I've just put a lot more time and effort into learning the process, if you like. So I do a lot of studying on social media right now. That's what I enjoy doing. I study it like all the time. Whenever I've got a free minute, like I just read and watch videos from people who know what they're talking about, basically. SC04 asked me, why did I start YouTube? I started on YouTube because when I went to Brazil the first time, I was kind of away from my family and friends in Scotland, and I wanted them to see what I was getting up to when I was in Brazil. So I started a vlog, and if you go back to my first ever videos on YouTube, you'll see I started a vlog in March 2014. And basically those early vlogs were me showing my family in Scotland what my life in Brazil was all about, like, because they had no idea, and they had no idea how to kind of keep in touch with what I was getting up to when I was in Brazil. So that's basically why I started YouTube. That's why I started the YouTube vlog. And the more I kind of posted videos and stuff, the more I thought, hey, this is pretty cool. I enjoy doing the vlogs. So yeah, excuse me while I take some drinks. I'm feeling quite dry. Need to keep wet while I'm doing this talk. Like it's like 15 minutes of non-stop talking, and it really takes it off your throat. So, and by the way, I said this last week on the live video chat, but lemon juice is a pretty good way to do it. Pure lemons, no sugar, lemon juice and fizzy water. Basically, that's what's in here. Anyway, let's get back to the questions. What are the differences between... So João asked me, what are the differences between Glasgow and Edinburgh? So that is a question that people from Glasgow and Edinburgh would tell you different answers to. But from my point of view, Edinburgh is more of a historic... It's much smaller than Glasgow. It's more of a historic kind of city where we have more of Scotland's history, where Glasgow is a much bigger city and it's more of a modern history. So Edinburgh is like old history Scotland. Glasgow is new history. And the new history of Scotland is based on the Industrial Revolution. I don't know if you guys know a lot about that, but basically Glasgow was a city where people started to make a lot of things, and in the mainstay they made ships. So Glasgow grew really, really big over the last, during the Industrial Revolution, and it grew into probably Scotland's financial centre, basically because of the Industrial Revolution, where Edinburgh was more of a kind of home of the romantics and the intellectuals over the years. But it's a smaller city. Edinburgh's much smaller. Glasgow is much bigger with... And if I could kind of differentiate the people between Glasgow and Edinburgh people are more... how can I say this? I think Edinburgh people are more reserved, if you like, probably a bit more conservative, and people from Glasgow are a lot more open and friendly. I really think people from Glasgow are really friendly, and I really like that about people from Glasgow. Right, I'm going to get back to the comments. So many comments coming in, and Alexandru says, hello, congrats from Romania. Wow, that's awesome. I've never been to Romania, but I would love to go to Romania. Thank you very much for joining in. That's awesome. Thank you very much, Alexandru. Next week's live stream is Christmas Day, yeah. I'm not sure if that's going to be on or off, but we shall see. Katrina asks if I'm coming to the USA. I would love to come to the USA. It's definitely in my plans. Like, I would love to come to America. I would love to, Katrina. Maybe next year. I want to go to New York. I would love to go to New York. First of all, New York, and I would also love to go to California. So yeah, I've not got any solid plans to go right now, but I would love to go. So who knows? But yeah, I'd love to go to America. What's my favorite? Joelma asked me what's my favorite Brazilian food. I have quite a few different favorite Brazilian foods. I really like churrasco. Meat, Brazilian meat is pretty awesome. I also really like feijoada. Feijoada is amazing. Feijoada is basically, for you guys who are not in Brazil, feijoada is basically like a bean and meat stew kind of thing. You guys from Brazil, you can let everybody else know what exactly feijoada is, because it's difficult to explain. But I really love feijoada. And from Espírito Santo State, I really love moqueca. Moqueca capixaba is the seafood dish from Vitória, and it's amazing. Somebody asked me, do I enjoy wearing a kilt? Yeah, kilts are pretty cool. We wear them to formal events like weddings and stuff like that. We don't wear them in the street very often or anything like that. But yeah, we wear kilts for... we do wear kilts like during weddings and stuff. So yeah. Somebody asked me about going to America. Yeah, let's do that. Let's sort out a trip to America. I really would love to do that. Yeah, right now I'm just posting... Tekka is just posting for me right now on my Facebook page and Twitter that I'm live, so a lot of other followers who are on Twitter and Facebook can see this. So actually, you guys, do me a favor. If you're on Twitter on like another tab or anything, do me a favor and tweet out the link for this video so more people can watch. Or Facebook as well. Really helps me out a lot. Now, how can I say that? Yeah. How can I say? Somebody has asked me a question.
This?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Okay, so somebody has asked me what is my favorite city in Brazil apart from Vitória. So that is a great question, and it's a very difficult question. Vitoria is my favourite place in Brazil, obviously, but I like other places as well. Other places I've been that I really like. So I have lots of favourite places. Obviously, I like Curitiba. The thing is, like, the places in Brazil are so different from each other. So, like, I like them all in their own individual ways. Like, I like Curitiba. I like Sao Paulo a lot because it's so different from everywhere in the world, and it's a really crazy bustling city. But Sao Paulo is awesome. I went to actually. There's a series on my channel all about Foz de Iguaçu. I was in Foz de Iguaçu in October 2015, I think. October 2015, I went to Foz de Iguaçu, and I really loved it there as well. So I love Foz de Iguaçu. I really love Rio. Rio de Janeiro is like such an amazing place, and I really, really love it. So Rio as well. And this year, in February, I think it was February or March, I went to Manaus for the first time in the Amazon, and that was amazing as well. So yeah, there's four or five places that I really love in Brazil that I've been to, but there's like Brazil is massive, so there's so many places that I have never been to yet, and I want to go. JL says, been subscribed since 2000 because looking for a Scottish blogger. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Still going through all the comments here. There's a lot coming in, so thank you very much. Ronaldo says, Belo Horizonte. Yeah, I've been to, actually, Ronaldo, before I started vlogging, I went to Belo Horizonte a few times. We've got a friend who lives there in BH, and we stayed there. We went to the park. It's called Inhotim, and excuse me. We also went to Ouro Preto as well, which is pretty awesome. No Christmas. Gog says no Christmas lights in Gorgie. Cutbacks. Gorgie in Edinburgh is where my football team is. Hearts. I didn't know there was no Christmas lights there. I need to go and see them. Yeah. Shots of whiskey to warm the body. Yeah. Actually, talking about milkshakes and whiskey. Somebody just asked me there about whiskey. I was at a place the other night and they had whiskey milkshakes. Or it was basically alcohol milkshakes, and they had whiskey, and I don't know if you know Bailey's. Bailey's is a liqueur. Bailey's milkshake is quite hardcore. I never had it though. Somebody asked me, have I ever been to Brittany in France? I have never ever been to Brittany, but I would really like to go. It must be awesome. I've not been to many places in France actually, but yeah, definitely. So I'm just scrolling through these comments. There's lots come in. Let's see. Tech is pointing one out to me. Do I know Pau de Queijo? Pau de Queijo is really difficult for me to say. But yeah, like Pau de Queijo. How difficult is that to say? It's really difficult for me. Pão. Somebody asked me if I like Pau de Queijo. Yes, I really do. Somebody says go to João Pessoa in Paraíba. I've never been there, but I would really love to go to Paraíba. Somebody else says come to Pará. Is that not? I don't know where that is. That's like.
That's north.
North. Pará is in the north.
Where my grandfather lived.
I've never been there either, but yeah, I would love to go. So.
I've got family.
Teka has family from Pará. Maybe one day I will be there. Somebody says come to visit Maringa near Curitiba. Maringá. Mm-hmm. I've never been there either, but yeah, probably one day I will go there. Actually, I went to a place near Curitiba that was pretty cool. Morretes? Is that right? Yeah. Do it. And so someone has asked me, Larissa has asked me, have I tried acai? Acai, yeah. I eat acai a lot. Now, if you look back at the vlogs, I did the first series of my vlogs. Like someone has pointed out, when I had crazy hair, I had really crazy hair in my first series of the vlogs. Yeah, acai is a Brazilian fruit. For you guys who don't know about that, and how can I explain it? So in Brazil, you guys crush the acai into a pulp and freeze it, and you serve it up. When I first saw acai, I thought it was ice cream. Like, this is crazy. You guys are gonna laugh, but I thought this. when I first saw acai, I had no idea what it was, but my friends were like, "Oh, I need to try acai. It's this thing that we eat." And when I first saw it, I was like, "Wow, that's ice cream. It's like a fruity ice cream." And then I didn't realize it was actually fruit, and it's pretty good for you. So I like acai. I eat it with bananas. I eat it with I eat it also with leche nino, and what else do we eat it with? Fruits and stuff. Granola,
Granola.
granola. Someone Someone's asked if I do I ever dance Brazilian funk. Yeah, I've danced Brazilian funk quite a few times. Here's a story for you, right? My name in English is Shaun. If you the word in Portuguese that means floor, chão, is quite similar. So the times I was in Brazil and we were at parties and stuff, people were dancing the song. I don't know what the song was, but it was like chão, chão, chão. See if you can find it on YouTube. The sound. Chão, 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 chão. So it means like dance to the floor, right? So every time that song came on, I was like obligated to dance to the floor. So yeah, that's my experience of that dancing funk, and I do it every time when I'm there. Like, so some tips for somebody's asked me for some tips for coming to Edinburgh. To be honest, if I want to give you, Arieli has asked me for some tips for coming to Edinburgh. There's like a lot to cover and giving you tips to come to Edinburgh. Like, I'm not sure talking about it in a vlog is the best thing to do. So actually, if you want tips on coming to Edinburgh, I'm really happy to give you as much as you want to know, but it's probably best if you send me a message on probably Facebook or Instagram or something like that. Facebook's probably the best. If you send me a message, Arieli, there, I will answer all your questions about coming to Edinburgh. I could probably write you a book about it, like so much about this city that you need to know. Depends as well what you want to do when you're here. What if you like to party, if you like to see historic sites, if you want to go and chase the Loch Ness monster, if you want to drink whiskey, like it really depends. But if you want to come here, you'll be welcome and you will enjoy it. But yeah, so I will give you as much tips as you want about Edinburgh, but just drop me a message either on Facebook or Instagram or something like that, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Joelma has asked me, do I speak any other languages apart from English and Portuguese? The answer is no. So basically, when I was at school, when you go to school here in the UK, you have to learn other languages apart from English. Well, you have to try to learn other languages, and I was really bad at it. So the other language, and the choices that we have were either French or German, and I chose French, and I studied French for like 4 years. And after 4 years of studying French, I cannot say a single word in French, unfortunately. So no, I don't speak any other languages, but it's not to say I wouldn't like to try one day. I probably would try one day. Mm. Somebody just dropped a comment right now. Anderson, cachaça or whiskey? Cool question. Cool question. That's a difficult one to answer. I've been really ill on cachaça a few times, and like after you have cachaça and you get sick from cachaça, if you get really drunk and get sick on cachaça, it's really difficult to drink it again. Did any of you guys think the same thing? Have you ever experienced that? I found it was really difficult to drink cachaça now because last time I just got so ill. So actually I can drink cachaça now with like a caipirinha mixed in with other stuff, but like straight up cachaça is hardcore. Whiskey I can drink. Whiskey's actually a really soft drink if you drink it really slowly. And the point of whiskey is not to drink it like shots. The point of whiskey is you just wet your lips and get the taste, the flavour. That's what whiskey's about, and you do it slowly. Carlos says, come to visit Madeira. I would love to go to Madeira. Actually, my wife has family in Madeira. I would love to go there. It must be very beautiful. I've just never made it. There's lots of places in the world I'd love to go, but never made it yet. Clementine says there's a video about a beautiful island in Brittany. I'll check that out for sure. Brittany, I'd love to go to Brittany. It must be awesome. It must be awesome. Tutmez, here's a cool question, right? But I'm not going to answer. Somebody says, hey, do you have a favourite Brazilian song or band? Now, I want to do a video this week about music in Brazil. And I think if I answer it here, it's going to spoil the video. So, music is obviously a big thing to talk about. Hey, my cat has just jumped up on the table here. I thought he might come in the video, but I'm not sure if he wants to. But, yeah, so yeah, I want to do a video about music in Brazil. Music in Brazil is like such a big topic, right? And Brazilian music is amazing. You have so much diversity of music, so many different kinds, and lots of awesome bands, and some really terrible music as well. Let's be fair, you guys know that as well, right? So I want to do. I've got a really funny idea for some Brazilian music videos that I want to do this week. So yeah, I will do that. Somebody asked me. Somebody asked me about the Scottish skirt, the kilt. Yeah, I've talked about that quite a lot. So the kilt, basically, we wear that on like formal events, like weddings and stuff like that. So any more comments coming in, let me know, because I think I've used up all the ones that I've seen so far. Let me just have a wee scan back through the questions. Fernanda Souza asks a really cool question. Fernanda Souza says, "Hi, what is the best, worst, and most surprising things you found about Brazil?" Right, that's kind of three questions in one there. So the best things about Brazil for me, the people. First of all, I love Brazilians. Brazilian people are amazing. Like I've met so many cool people in Brazil. Uh, I also love the weather. I love the natural beauty of Brazil as well. It's all just amazing. Worst things about Brazil, I would say disorganized infrastructure maybe. So worst things I would like maybe one day for Brazil to kind of organize its infrastructure a little better, so things are a little bit less chaotic in the cities and stuff. Most surprising things I found about Brazil. Actually, I think the thing that surprised me most about Brazil is the fact that it's quite similar to. I found Brazilians are quite similar to Scottish people in a lot of ways, so that's probably what surprised me about Brazil, Brazilians most of all. So what else is going on? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your comments and any questions you want to ask me. Put them down below because yeah, anything you ask me like kind of fuels this video because it's the question and answer live is awesome. I think this format is a really cool way to do this every week, and I'm going to keep doing it every Sunday. I'm not sure about Christmas Day yet, but as many Sundays as possible, I want to do this kind of question and answer. I want you guys to ask me as much as possible. I want to answer everything, like just my reactions as they happen. So I need your comments. Basically, it really fuels this and it keeps me going. I really love it. So anything else you want to ask me, just let me know, and I will do my best. I'm going to go back through the comments to see if there's anything that I missed. I think I've got a lot of them, to be honest. Somebody asked me if I'm in Brazil right now. Right now, I'm in Scotland, but I will be back in Brazil again soon. As I say, just keep the questions coming because I need them. I need them to kind of fuel me. So Vinicius asked me, how did my family and friends in Scotland react when I told them I was going to live in Brazil? That is a really awesome question. That's a really awesome question because yeah, for people in Europe, like Brazil seems very far away and very different from like the rest of the world. So when I told people I was going to Brazil, I think the biggest reaction I got um, from like friends and people that I know and work with was one surprise. Like they thought it was cool, but they were also surprised and probably a little bit anxious because the thing about Brazil is not many people around like in the UK especially know much about Brazil, and I think that's why there's a lot of ignorance about Brazil here in Europe. People just don't understand what Brazil is, and that's actually what I want to do in these vlogs. Is I want to talk more about Brazil to get more people educated on what Brazil is. Like I think that's the problem. So when I told people I was coming to Brazil first time, people were like, "Brazil, what's that all about? Cool that you're going there, but isn't it dangerous? Blah blah blah." So yeah, people were a bit surprised first of all, and they didn't really know how to react because they didn't really know about it. So yeah, people had mixed reactions about me when I was going to Brazil. But that's a really great question. I remember I had some bad comments from people. I'm not going to say what that was because it's just negative, and some people were just really ignorant about Brazil, and it's not worth even going there. And some people were really positive as well. They were like, "Oh, that must be awesome to go there and explore a new place with new people and all that kind of stuff." So I got mixed reactions, but mostly it was positive, to be honest. So Next time, Lucas says, next time I go to Belo Horizonte, we'll have some beers. Good idea. Let's have some beers in Belo Horizonte. One thing I remember, Lucas, about Belo Horizonte when I was there, it seemed to have. Now I know there's lots of bars in Brazil in most cities, right? But when I was in Belo Horizonte, I noticed like there was more bars than anywhere else I'd ever seen. There was bars everywhere on every corner, and I think that was awesome. So yeah, well, I think some of you guys are getting a bit of a mixed signal from the Wi-Fi now, but yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying these kind of live format question and answers. I want to improve the production of these in future, so let's do that. I want to improve this production in future and see how it goes. But I think right now probably going to have to sign off. A lot of people are saying it's freezing. I just want to say anyway to you guys, thank you so much for being here on this journey. Like 10,000 subscribers, it's all down to you guys, and I need to set a new goal for 2017. I'm really excited about that, and I've been thinking really hard about 2017 and what kind of content you guys want me to create and what kind of content I should be creating. Let's see. I think 2017 is going to be a really exciting year for me. Really looking forward to it. And obviously, like, you guys are part of this. I want you to keep asking questions, and I will keep answering them. And let's do it. 2017 is going to be a big year, and I want to make new goals. I just want to say thank you so much again. I'm gonna say good night now. It's been a good question and answer again. I think we should do this every week. Like, I think we should do this every week. It's a really cool format. But I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna hit the bed. I'm gonna go to bed because I'm quite tired. It's been a long day of traveling, and there's going to be lots of videos coming out of what I did this weekend. So yeah, I really appreciate everything. I really, really do. Keep the comments coming. And follow me on my social medias. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that kind of stuff. But excuse me, I will go now. I'll speak to you later. Have a good night. Peace.